reporter Nwabile Mahlala is still on the ground there. She's now in the West Village, where apparently there have been discoveries, or not discoveries, but they've actually come across more zamazamas. Let's go live now to Nwabile. There she is. Okay, you're in West Village now. You managed to move. We spoke a little bit earlier on what is taking place there now.
Yeah, well, I want to show you, Tony, what you see behind by the community. The community claims that the illegal zamazamas are living in that area. So what you see is a house burning. And that house, from our understanding, used to have a lot of illegal miners who we understand now has left, and the community has continued to go further down to chase them. Now I want to bring in some of the community members to speak to us, Tony, because he has just had a confrontation with the community, and he's claiming that his property has been burned, but yet he's saying that he's not illegally in the country.
Next door. Babata bozamazama ntho e sa insurance dabare no phuta dio tsa ntwana ka isenyege di senyegile di tshele dio tsewa ntho e nkwarisa e sa ntsa sentle ke yone e fela ke la ka ntho e fela e
baba e muphumuzweni lo phakathi kwaleyo 2
number 2
iloya ya usuhlala isikhathi esingakanani wona ngicela usondele ngapha baba khona sokhuluma ngicela usondele ngapha eze ngapha usuhlala isikhathi esingakanani kuwona baba
la khona la
yeah
lo ntwanaka una lesikhathi una le bo 5 months 6 months a tlhalala yeah so gona lo ntho e tsagetseng ga yo ga itse go etsagala ntho e etsagala mo o go toropong wa rekisa gona ke rona re mo phone yana gore o senyege go ka property ya ga ka ofela e tshele
manje le property le enayo baba niyayirenta eyenu indaba becanga ukuthi kuhlala amazamazama lapha
are rent re dula fela ka re ha re khone go patala re batho ba ile gore le kwa re tswang teng go rentiwe gore tla go dula teng mo go ba mo matlo a sa rentisiwe e ka baka la gore ga re bereke re ipereka re bereka mmere kwa bo ditlhakwana re ithekisetsa toropong kwa gona a le gore re tla go dula mo re dula fela ga re rente ka baka la ga re bereke
ho indaba becabanga khona amazamazama lapha ya
khona bozabazama ka mo
why community cabanga njalo
bone community e cabanga ya la ga kitse bone ba inagana ba re bozabazama ba teng pele ka re bozabazama ba dula tembo before rona re tla go dula ha re utlwa batho ba bua ba re bozabazama ba dula teng ha re utlwa ba bone yana gona no yana community e ne cabanga gore ba khona bozabazama yana ba tsene mo go sa dine bozabazama teng ba tsene mo go sa dule bozabazama teng so go tshele mo dio tsa ntwana ka di tshele
o le myem ga intwana yakho
ke le 94 ke jare tse kae 94 buka 30 something or 20 something property ya go tshele ka ofela mpaka tini cabanga re bozabazama ba khona la bozabazama pele ha re utlwa le rona ga ke itse ya kana evidence ga teng ba dula teng mo na re thotse go sa dule batho re itula la fela ka baka la re palwa ke ba di rente are bereki re ipereka mere kwa re ipereka la ko toropong
siyabonga kakhulu baba siyaxolisa. Well, basically what this gentleman is explaining to us is that in the house there his younger brother, he calls, is born in 1994. He says that property was owned by him, and he generally would go out and go sell because that's how he makes a living. But what he's saying is that the community assumed that illegal miners live there, but from what they understand, this happened previously before they moved in. Now it does feel like what he's saying is that the property is not something they bought, it's just the property they found that was deserted and they made a home out of it. And so now he says what hurts him the most is that the community that he lives amongst didn't even come to tell him to take out things like an ID document, things that are very important, to just take it out so that even if they burn the place, at least they still have those things. Now he says they've had to make a call and explain to his younger brother to just say that the property is now on fire and it continues to burn. But now I want to bring in some of the community leaders, and these people we have spoken to when they were in Kagiso as well. And I mean, sir, I want to bring you in this instance, and I'm going to start with you because we've had in Kagiso. Now we have a gentleman that has lost his house, and he's saying that he's not an illegal miner. He's here rightfully so, and he has his ID and his properties in there. What happens now when the community does this to the people that haven't done anything?
All right. Hi, Toli, and thank you for this opportunity. So basically, we've heard what my brother said, which we understand. Alongside when the community act, there will be certain casualties, but which we are not condoning. And to be quite frank and honest, hence I'm with the Western leader, as you are from Kagiso, to come and support them. They know they've identified places where he will explain further to say these people do share spaces with the very same Zamazamas. Hence you find at such instances, you share a room next to the Zamazam. So automatically when the community come, you know what will happen. So, but before me actually going further, let me give him so that he can explain understanding the situation from the root cause.
We'll get to him just shortly, so we'll get to you. I want to understand also, you coming from a meeting, we want to know what will happen going forward with to you. You said the community was scared. What's happening on the ground? How's the community feeling now?
Toli, to be quite frank and honest, we did not sleep. Hence you see me today with sunglasses, you know, because my eyes are blood red. We were on guard, as like I said, when you left us in Kagiso, we didn't feel safe, number one. The first thing was, where are we going to take cover? That was the first thing. So right now the police also promised that visibility, but to be quite honest and frank, it is at a minimal level. Throughout the night, we did not see the vans patrolling. We did take a drive alongside the task team and some of the community members last night. There was no police van. I'm able to defer to confirm to that, to say in Kagiso we did not see any police van.
But the police said they were going to have operations throughout the night.
That's my statement precisely. To say certain things are just said to actually blur the situation or to put a good face within the media. Like I said yesterday, we are not this to actually sell something to the media. No, this thing, it's true, it's happening, it's affecting us negatively. So even this very same community, they've suffered, and we saw that the devastating situation where 8 young women were gang raped. That is not okay. Hence I'm saying the police should not just come and say we will do this and not deliver. Even right now in West Village, the community decided to take it upon themselves to say they are going to close the holes like in Kagiso and everything. So we are also calling upon the police to say Kagiso, it's a state of emergency. West Rand as a whole, it's a state of emergency. Let them redirect their proper force, which they gave to us yesterday when we actually went into the bush.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Let's bring you in as a leader. So, casualty, that's how they have been described. This gentleman is saying that his little brother's lost his property. What do you say as leaders to this?
Community ifitlhile ya botsa ntatola gore go diragalang ka fala a re mo go bona a re ka fala a gona batho ba dulang o dula le moratho wa gage in the next house. Then go kene ka fala community ke ene ya searcha di room go searcha ga bona di room tse di leng ka fala di room tse di empty. Room A ba di tshibule ditso mo gare se baka witness tlhileng pele ba khone go bona ba tshaba ba tsene di thuntsa ka fala mo gare ga dipete tsela le matrasa le nga fala. So then go ra ba bang ba community ba ile ba bona di bullets tse di thuntsiwang ka fala di etsa eng, then ba bona gore ba tshese ntlo ka ra gona motho a dulang, and all we know gore into ela go dula ba Sotho mo go yona dintlo tse I think it's a Transnet. Transnet batho ba ne ba dula fa ba tshabile Basotho le yena o tlile go tlo dula ka montlong e seng ya gagwe ya tlileng a etswa kwa kry le gore gona motho a dulang mo go yona. And to be honest ha bue nnete a re fitlhile fa kry le gore gona Basotho ba dulang ka fana o fitlhile fa a kry Basotho ba dula ka fana Basotho ba na le maybe 3 weeks 2 weeks no ba tshabile mo Wesranta ba bang ba bona ba bang ba bona ba santsane ba le gona ba haidile mo mikoting like a bone ko BBR ne o le ko BBR o bone ko BBR re thotseng ka ga BBR re thotse di botlolo re thotse diaparo tsa bona re thotse everything actually BBR ne le plek ya bona Basotho ke la gae la bona ba dula a tle bile ke sa re Basotho a se general ke re di zamazama a se go a se Basotho because a se Basotho feleleng gore ke di zamazama ke di country tse dinga tsena gore ke di zamazama ke Mozambique ke Zimbabwe ke bo zamazama le bona ba dira ntse ya zamazama le bona but di leader tsa bona ke Basotho ke bona ba gatang ko mikoting ke bona ba dira ntse ka go fela ga tsona ko mikoting le no yana a re ya ka mogare ga sekanka se mogare mo gona le mokoti mo gona le dibeke gona le masaka a leng gona ka fana re batlile mapodisa gore mapodisa ba tle ba go tsaya masaka a leng ka fana ka gona mo same house ya buang gore go dula nna ka gare ka mo go yona re kraile botlolo ya go tshisa ya gas re kraile botlolo ya gas e teng ka fana mo sporomol e lahletse mo la sporomol if maybe gona motho le gore o itsere e lahletse mo la sporong yena mara a gone go bua nnete okay o tlile botlhoko gore gona le ntshwa ya ngwana go bona e chile all right ke a bona le na a se ntshwe right vele go lose di property ya gago and then o sa dire selo se se wrong ga se ntshwe right then community ntho ba dirileng.
So what is the community going to do now?
Now gona nong re tsamaya all over here re batlana le tsone di places tsa di zamazama se re startile BBR re ile swimming pool le gona re ntshitse mo go leng gore go ile di zamazama as you can see di buildings tse le gore nna since ke fitla mo 2004 no go dula di South African mo di buildings tse ka go fela ga tsone di South African di tshabile ka go fela di tshabile Basotho because ha ba kena fela ba batla pleke ke sethunya then tlamelo ba tlogela mo plekeng e be pleke ya bona ba dula.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So one of the leaders just explaining to us that it's not the whole truth that the gentleman has spoken to us about. He says that when they got there, they actually got proof that there are some illegal zamazamas that live in the area. He says that a lot of these areas were previously owned by South Africans, and because South Africans got really scared, he says you can't retaliate from the illegal miners. You find that they have guns and all sort of things, and so as a result they decided to leave. But he's saying that this place in particular illegal zamazamas, and therefore that's why they decided to burn it down. And this is of course in trying to ensure that there is safety in the area and that they don't have these areas that don't have anyone living inside there. But basically he's saying that they got proof and they got things that show that there are illegal zamazamas that live in the area, and of course they continue to burn those areas and they continue to raid them, and right now they've gone to other holes to ensure that they can raid those holes because they are basically tired of the illegal immigrants that are creating crime in the area.
Mobile, thank you so much for your reporting. In the West Rand, at West Village, there will be casualties. That's what that community leader was saying. We'll catch up with Mobile a little bit later on here on ENC. Let's take